Hello and welcome to episode 38 of the RogueTech campaign. Do you remember last time when I said that I really hated base defense missions? Well, I thought about it and I thought, that means I gotta do it, right? Yeah, that's right. We're gonna fill our victory bay, our last victory bay, by doing the mission I hate. Mech warriors, prepare for victory. DOS! If we win. If we don't win, then we're going to set ourselves back. A lot. Yeah, so last time I was just thinking like, this would probably be the final episode. I'll get that last assault and it'll be over. And then I thought about the contracts that were left and I just thought, as much as I hate base defenses, it's going to make a great final mission, I suppose. It's been a long journey, this, but it's certainly got a lot easier towards the end, I think. Once you get going, it feels a lot easier. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Incoming! Okay, so the situation is we have two moderately heavily armoured APCs who are coming to bring the base defences online. The base defences consist of some pretty heavy assault turrets. Only two? No, there's another one there. 3. Do we have a fourth? Yeah, we do. Heavy laser. Okay, cool. So we've got some reasonably nice heavy defenses here. I don't know what the assault turret is. 200-ton mechs. Shit. That's not good. Okay.
Ready for order.
My heavies can go now, but they're not in a position where they can actually do anything or attract any fire. So I'm just going to have to reserve and hope that my APCs get the hell out of there. In fact, he's clear already. What is that closing in on me? Run, Forrest, run! What's that? Sensor lock? Okay, sensor lock. Missiles away! Not going to kill the APC with the LRMs, my friend. Who is nearest? Oh. The one that's nearest is the LRM boat. That's not very helpful. Can we get spot? Jump! Ooh, that's a crab. That's a crab.
You have orders?
The missile boat doesn't really need to move. Let's be honest here.
No shooting, just running.
Let's get position. Okay, that's okay.
Yup. Acknowledge.
Jump! Destroy the enemy vanguard. Looks like it's down there as well. This is an ideal position for my missile boat, right behind the rocks here. And then I can bring it out if I need to. Okay. 70-ton mech, not close enough to do anything. Yet. Okay. The turrets are online. APCs are both in good condition. And will actually provide some not insignificant fire support and scouting for me. The one that's been sensor locked is getting pounded, but it's not like missile bombardment is particularly dangerous. Ooh, ooh, here comes the crab. Once again, they're bombarding this APC because it's the only shot they've got, which is a huge waste of time. Wait! He's got no armor! What the f... This is a 4.5 skill mission, he has no armor! At all! Well, this is going to be ugly. Hi, guys! Look at this. This is so dumb. We have 2 crabs here. And they both have no armor whatsoever. Goodbye. Go for the herd! No, stop firing! Don't kill the CT.
Tango down.
That's so dumb. Where is their armor? What's going on? This game is so random sometimes. None of them have got any armor. The Basilisk hasn't got any bloody armor either. Even with a 60% chance to hit, this bombardment would be fatal or near fatal. Bombardment. Jesus. The turrets will absolutely make mincemeat out of these guys if they get a shot. Can I get a shot on the other crab? Doesn't look like I can. I can only get a shot on the other mechs, and I can't get a shot unless I jump for it.
I'm on him.
Oof!
You inflicted some nasty on that some bitch.
Down he goes. Well, it's disappointing, isn't it? I mean, we're definitely going to win.
How's it going?
I was looking for an epic final showdown, base defense type of map that I don't usually like very much. And instead, we have not that. We instead have a not particularly epic, super soft enemy smashing party. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Apparently none of the turrets have got a shot yet. Lucky for them.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I mean, what do we do from here? Where do we go from here? I feel like where we go from here is to the victory screen. Apparently in beta version 1.1, they have changed it so that contracts are more consistent. Which is, you know, going to help with stuff like this. Because as it stands, you know, this mission could have easily been 4 heavily armored king crabs, right? I mean, there's 2 crabs there, but they could have had full armor. And for whatever reason, they have like ramshackle armor. And why is a mystery. And they also just constantly bombarding these APCs with missiles instead of actually using their primary weapons, which makes no sense. I guess this is the great disappointment with this game, and it's not RogueTech's fault. The inconsistency just really kills your mojo from time to time.
Roger. Splitting fire.
I mean, I could take this as an opportunity to capture all of this if I wanted to. I'm not gonna. I want to capture as much of the king crabs as possible. Now, normally a second group of enemies turns up at like round 6 or something like that. But we're not going to need that time. These guys are going to be dead, dead, dead by then. Dead, dead, dead. Deader than disco. Deader than flared trousers.
Receiving you. Aye, aye.
So what, I just turn around. I turn my missile launchers off because I don't even feel like I need them. And I shoot this guy in the head until there's nothing left of him. Oh, no, I need my missile launchers because apparently I'm out of HMG range. Well, I'll put a couple on. Oh! He's got 1 HP. He's got 1 HP. So now what? I just throw LRMs at him and hope that 1 hits, which should not be difficult.
Yes, Commander.
In fact, I read something very interesting on the forums, which is that apparently there is a bug in the game that means that you are more likely to hit the head if you just shoot at the front of an enemy than you are if you do a basic cooled shot on the head. I don't know why that is, but I just thought that was pretty interesting.
Locking on target.
Obviously it's not true now because my mech warriors are like super leveled up, so their cold shot has got loads of extra bonuses, but for standard ones apparently it's true. Jesus, we just splattered everything there,
Scored a critical hit.
which made absolutely no sense.
Taking a protective stance.
Right, are these turrets in range now?
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Ah, we have some full armored stuff coming. Alright,
What's up, boss?
let's stop messing around and kill these people, shall we? How much health have you got left? Basically not enough. Let's turn the plasmas off because they're not necessary. B. All I need to do is get a medium laser hit on the basilisk and it's dead on the CT. Or he's just been knocked down again. Oof! Oh, the APC might kill it. Nah, he found a position where he hasn't got a shot because he's a bit dumb. Looks like the fully armored enemies are coming. And they are also going for the APCs. Like idiots.
Roger that, Commander.
Jump! B, off, off, off. There we go. How much health left on the CT of this Basilisk, still 23. Still somehow managed to avoid hitting the CT. In fact, I'd prefer those on B. Let's go with medium lasers for A.
Firing.
Yes! Bzz. Sweet.
Critical hit.
And the grasshopper is down, and in a second it will be toast.
They've got a lock on me.
Wow, the crab just sensor locked. You're in a 100-ton war machine with some of the most powerful weapons this side of the inner sphere, and you're facing down a stalker. What do? You brace in front of the stalker and do a sensor lock. Okay. Perfect. Makes sense to me. Goodbye, King Crab. Blat. Okay, stop shooting now. Damn. Perhaps could have turned off a few of those heavy machine guns. Just a thought. The incoming heavy squad with full armor is not even, like, it's not the heavy, like these crabs. If these crabs were part of this force, I would be much more afraid, but they aren't, so who cares, right? I need 100 damage to end this guy, but I have, this is missiles only, so I'm still going to fire a great deal of firepower. Just because of the spreading. And he's done.
Hostile eliminated.
Okay, so that's the initial strike force dealt with.
Going skyward.
Let's move our LRM boat to the front line just to get sight. No other reason than that. Just so that the turrets can see these enemies. Anyone got a shot? No one's got a shot. It's weird. Yeah, no one's got a shot. I'm surprised. I think that this turret down here would have a shot. But apparently he doesn't. Ooh, that's not good. Why don't you have a shot? Why doesn't this turret have a shot? Oh, look, the contouring is actually pretty bad.
Ready to rock. Dead forward.
Let's go. Of course, the Black Knight is going to take forever to get into position.
Here we go.
Oh, good hits. Good hits. I just kind of did that to get his attention. I was like, may I have your attention, please?
Waiting for orders.
Sprint.
Copy that. Full speed.
At least the Black Knight moves relatively quickly. For a heavy. Got to get it somewhere, just like sprint it around. It's not irredeemably slow or anything. Oh, apparently I can fire after sprinting. I forgot I put the sprinty thing on it, didn't I? I always forget that. I want to conserve heat, so I'll just fire the light PPC. Just to let him know I'm here. Oh, and we hit as well. Okay, here comes the awesome. Oh, we got the building. Bastard. Secondary objective failed. Oh well, no big deal. I just beheaded 2 king crabs. I'm not about to feel bad.
Standing by.
Right.
Confirmed.
Jump! Eh. Let's do this.
Roger.
Eat missiles! That should get his attention. Hopefully. These turrets are proving to be useless. None of them are actually firing at anybody. Which is not
It will be done.
good. you generally speaking, you design your base defenses to, you know, defend your base.
Certainly.
And they are failing at that task. Ooh, 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 that hurt. I bet that hurt. Yeah, that really hurt. That hurt.
Critical hit.
Ah. Da-dum. These two are just stuck in stupid land, so. Okay, that's fine. My turn. Reserve. Oh, it's some awesomes. Lots of awesome coming my way. Okay. This one took so much damage, I would almost be tempted to just leave it.
Ready for orders.
Sweet. He got close enough to my melee mech.
Locked on for physical attack.
This is going to hurt, my friend. Ooh. Oh, I love it.
Scored a critical hit.
These APCs are actually extremely difficult to kill.
Yup.
And there's another APC in this game that's even harder to kill. But it's just great because they just distract the enemy so dramatically. He's technically not overheated and not destabilized, so I can't actually precise this guy.
Firing all weapons.
But I can just hit him with unbelievably domineering firepower. Oh, LRM explosion. He's dead. He is so dead. At this point, I might as well just aim at the head. Because he's got so little CT left that any shots that miss the head will hit the CT and he'll die anyway. But the potential of taking the head off for a laugh is there. They're really going for this APC. And its armor is incredibly thick. I mean, at 162 per side, it's not dissimilar from some of my heavies. In fact, it's thicker.
Ready to rock.
It's absolutely ridiculous. You can't win. I have the high ground. And your head. Or your CT.
Target down.
Boom.
Watch my heat.
5 rounds to hold out. take the high ground and let's bombard. So I'll just bombard the enemy with the least evasion tokens because they've all got to die at the end of the day. So I might as well go for the one to which I will do the most damage.
Of course.
Which in this case is this awesome with only one evasion token.
Hey there. Confirm.
Can you get a shot? You can see from there, but can you get a shot? Aha!
Up high.
Not a good shot, but better than nothing. Of course, I'm like jumping all the time, which is generating a lot of heat.
10-4.
This mech is surprisingly heat neutral, but only if it's not perpetually jumping, which I have been, just due to the terrain.
Keep an eye on my heat, Commander.
Ah, knocking him down. The APC now can do cooled shots on him. Although he went for the arm, which I'm not sure I understand the logic. If you're a vehicle, you should probably get an attack bonus against a knockdown mech. If you think about it, the vehicle is close to the ground, and when the mech is knocked over, the vehicle then has a very stabilized and low to the ground platform from which to just directly impact the guy on the ground. So it kind of makes me think that you should probably get some sort of bonus.
Got it.
Go for the head! And if you don't get it, you're just going to hit the CT anyway. This awesome has already taken a huge amount of damage. Oh, he's back up. Now what's he going to do? He is going to run and cower. No, he's going to try and kill the APC
Awaiting orders.
with his guns. You know, instead of just stepping on it. The AI really doesn't make sense at times.
On it.
How's that rear armor looking, my friend? Oh, only 50 points on the rear. Well, we know what happens next. Oh, 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 oh,
Removed.
oh. That soft rear armor and that CT ammunition. You gotta love it. Forgive me.
How might I help?
It's so funny because in many ways playing this is like playing PvP, because you're playing against all of these min-maxed PvP builds, and they die the same way that PvP builds tend to die, which is that they have no rear armor because they're min-maxed. So it just like begs you to just put shots into the rear section. Oh, there goes his arm.
Reporting. Critical hit.
No weapon systems there though, so that's not really. We've not really done anything there,
Skipper.
to be fair. Can I get a shot?
Standing by.
No, no.
What are your orders?
I can only get a shot if I jump. So this is what I love about jump jets. Ah, it's that one. What I love about jump jets is when the thing that I wanted to demonstrate is not possible because I actually don't have enough jump jet reach. I was going to be like, I can jump jet just behind him and just shoot him in the back, but I can't. I don't actually quite have enough That's okay.
Roger that, Commander.
We'll shoot the other one. This one here. He's in cover, unfortunately. But that's not going to stop us from putting some damage in. It's also a Banshee, so I mean, it's the least imaginable threat as far as Assault Mechs go. Oh, he's going to get knocked over by the APC. That's hilarious. Sweet.
Commander? Roger.
Plasma? Nah. Actually, I do want plasma. I want to overheat him. This will push him over the edge.
Confirmed.
Get hot, my friend! Eat hot plasma. Apparently heat weapons have been nerfed. I believe that the RogueTech developers watch my campaign, which is very cool, and I appreciate that you're watching it. And I'm glad that you're taking all of this as just like one big feedback. So that is very cool. I should have both of these guys dead this turn. Oh, he got up. He got his go before me. He tried to stand on the vehicle. He took my advice. But he missed. Because he's trying to do a melee attack in rough terrain.
Ready for orders.
Which is very difficult to actually do.
Engaging jump jets.
Hello, my friend.
On it.
Time to get the other side. Okay, he is
Critical hit.
dead. Dead, 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 dead. The Banshee's back up, but he must waste his turn restarting his reactor. Plus, a Banshee is a garbage.
Yes, Commander.
Is a garbage mech. It is garbage.
Consider it done.
Never trust someone who says that the Banshee is good. They're lying to you. It's good for selling. Get some money for it. Like a used car salesman. Yeah, mate, I've got this Banshee. Only one very careful owner. Great mech, assault class. Yeah.
It's on now.
Don't you want an assault mech?
That hit something good.
Okay. Them turrets, I don't think they ever fired a single shot. They're useless. If you're going to defend your base with turrets, okay, put them on taller platforms or put them on top of the buildings, whatever. And make them LRM turrets. Or something. Something along those lines. Ironically, this platform here is the ideal one. Put one there. Or up here, or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Confirmed.
I'd like to have a word with the guy who came up with the defenses for this base. We could have a very in-depth discussion about why his defenses are complete garbage. I'm not even going to take the head off, just die. Thank you.
Tango is trash.
The Tango is trash. And now all that's left is a Banshee.
Need something, Chief?
And I have 2 turns to take him out, which I'm not going to need. Unless something goes horribly wrong. Have some more plasma. Yeah! Plasma's really OP with the right targeting computers and stuff to make sure that the shots always hit. Where are you going? Oh, you got a shot. Fair enough. Couldn't bring the machine guns to bear, but still pretty nice shot. Pretty good shot. He's up. And he's restarted his reactor again. Now you see, humans
Waiting orders.
have this powerful ability where they learn. And I'm pretty sure that this guy does not have that ability, because after learning that I am never ever going to be able to fight back because I'm going to keep on shutting down, I'd be reaching for the eject button.
Aye, aye.
Oof. And the pilot's dead.
Destroyed.
Cooked. Cooked to death.
Mission successful.
Sweet! We did not complete the secondary objective, sadly. One of the buildings got taken out by the awesome. But whatever. But considering the amount of firepower that they threw at this base, losing one building is not the biggest deal. It doesn't even look like a building that was full of people. It was like the chimneys, the chimney like factory building or whatever. The office blocks seem to survive, so they can rebuild. So funny how my melee monster got all the kills. What a beast. Look at all of this. We have Crab 01 and Crab 00 designs to choose from. Plus, you know, lots of stuff. So many heat sinks. Oh, targeting computer, my favorite. Well, the bottom line is this is it. This is victory. Right? I've won. The author originally said that this mod was so hard that I wasn't just gonna, you know, be running around the inner sphere with lances of assaults. And we have achieved lances of assaults this day. All I have to do is take myself a crab. Ooh. Where's the rest of it? There we go. And this stalker piece. And that completes 8 assaults in the bay. In fact, I've always wanted that basilisk. That always looked like a nice piece of kit as well. And there's a potential here for me to pick up a Banshee. Not exactly a mech of excitement, but whatever. Plus a load of other stuff. Let's roll the dice and see what else we get. We got 2 pieces of the Banshee, so we didn't complete it. We got some bits of awesome, but they're different variants. Oh, we got both the Crab 01 bits, so that's nice. Advanced materials, lots of heat sinks. That's it! That's victory! We won! I don't know what to say. I think I don't know. I was much more hyped about winning the AC2 campaign because it was just so incredibly difficult. And early on this was quite difficult, but it was also quite grindy, which tempered my enjoyment of the difficulty. And towards the end it just got very easy. Very, very easy. Because the AI just doesn't know how to play. It's as simple as that, really. So this is our victory base, which ended up with a lot of stalkers for some reason, for 5, 6, 7 assaults here, and then obviously we can put the crab in to be our 8th assault. Do I send the Kintaro to storage, or do I just scrap it? I always loved the Kintaro. Maybe I'll get rid of something else. I was never a big fan of the Wolverine. The Wolverine can go. This friggin' Orion can go. What a piece of garbage this was. Just not enough hard points to be useful. Unfortunately. I'll have my gear back, please. And there we are. Lances of Assaults. Lots of money. Lots of gear to play around with. Just in time, really, because the 1.1 patch should be out soon. In fact, by the time you guys are listening to me blither on about this, the 1.1 beta patch should be live. It's certainly in beta right now, but by the time this video is spat out by the scheduler, it should be, well, I say it should be. I think they'll probably have a couple of weeks of beta and then it will go out. So I reckon, educated guess, that 1.1 will be live to everybody. But there's no guarantee of that. So there we go. Just get that repaired.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Refit. Oh man, I got a crab in the first vanilla campaign I ever played, and the first thing I did was strip out the AC-20s because I just I can't stand AC-20s. I don't think they're good. I've never thought that they're a good weapon ever. They're just so heavy for what they do, in my opinion. And there's no guarantee that they're always going to hit the same spot. Their proponents, people who sing their praises, are like, well, you know, they punch through a particular point and that's why they're great, but you can't guarantee that. You could put those 100 damage ticks anywhere and everywhere. It feels like the damage to ton is just really bad. But hey, that's my own personal opinion. So, here we are. The job queue is enormous. Not as big as it was at its biggest point. At its biggest point, it was 144 days. We have an unbelievable amount of money. And, yeah. So, I guess some of my thoughts on this, because why not? My thoughts are, because money's so tight, I never really bought much. I just used whatever I had, which is a bit of a shame because it feels like the shop is not that useful. I never used any of the specialized ammos. I know I could have the precision ammo, accuracy ammos and stuff would have been nice to have, but early on I didn't have any like good auto cannons. Auto cannons are quite heavy, all that kind of thing. I just never found any of that stuff, so I never used any of that stuff. I guess the number one thing I would say is that by making mechs not come with equipment when you finish building them, and by making players constantly choose between taking mech salvage and bits, which means that you have to always take mech salvage effectively, unless you see some particular component you really want. It makes you incredibly discriminating when it comes to equipment, which means that you never have any room to play. You don't want to play around with other stuff. Like, I wanted to play around with light rifles, and I never did in the end, because I never felt at most points like I had the money or the lab time to play, to do it. I can now, but now that I've reached my objective, I can play around and waste time and sell stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I guess in a way it's a moot point. But when they start adding plot missions or story missions to this or whatever, I think the intent of the creator is to add story and all that at some point. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be some way to get a hold of crap equipment, basically. Not to put too fine a point on it. If that means making it much cheaper or making it much quicker to install in the mech lab or whatever, there should be some good benefits to mounting bad gear or whatever. As it stands, you just want to build the best you possibly can all the time because you have to maximize your efficiency. I don't know. It's a complicated thought. A lot of equipment, especially the clan stuff, like the high-end Streak SRMs, which are clan tech, and the some of the more advanced materials would usually be considered clan, although they're also Star League kind of a stuff. Rotary weapons, etc. Basically kill. They murder the lower end stuff, making it not worth ever using. So why use an AC-20 when you can use a rotary AC-20? Why use an AC-10 when you can use, an Ultra AC-10? The gulf in terms of cost between those two is not very wide, so you might as well always go for the better one. I think the rarity of things is pretty much okay. I think the rare things were rare enough to feel rare, like advanced materials and so on, targeting computers, etc. But I feel, God, what am I trying to say here? So they weren't so rare that you never get to play around with them or never get to enjoy them. I think the rarity level is kind of ideal. We're not talking Ragnarok Online levels of rarity here, thank God. What else? What other things can we take away from this? Evasion is too good, which made melee and high accuracy weapons too good. Because you needed them to make hits, but I believe that the authors have since adjusted that. And melee has potential consequences now. So that's changed, that's improved. The need for targeting computers and fire control computers and stuff like that is too high, but it's not a problem once you've got them, and it's a good trade-off. So I guess what I want to say is, I would be tempted to add the basic targeting computers, the +1 and +2 targeting computers. So the +1 head computer, I mean, if there even is one. I know there's a +2 one, that's all I ever found. But the +1 head computer and the +1 weapon targeting system for ballistic missile or energy and the +2 system for ballistic missile and energy, I would consider adding those to the shop, making them cheap, and having them weigh what they do now. So I think they all weigh a ton. Maybe slightly increase the critical space that they take up. So a one would take up 1 critical space, a 2 might take up 2 critical space or whatever. Might be a bit lore bending here. But I would do that, and I would make them cheap so that people in the early game can buy targeting systems and make the trade-off of giving up a ton for a bit more accuracy, giving up 2 tons for more accuracy, etc. That makes it possible in the early game to build the long-range sniper mechs, long-range PPC/plasma/AC2 light rifle kind of a mech. You can build that early and actually hit with it by trading off tonnage for targeting systems. Keep the +3 targeting computer and the +2 head computer rare, that's fine, but provide the basic ones in the store so that people can buy them and make that trade-off. And don't make them ridiculously expensive. Make the very basic ones cheap as chips so that people can put that equipment in. That would be a good balancing decision, in my opinion, because it's going to allow people to build a sniper mech. As it stands, the early game is very one-dimensional because you have to just go for stuff that's accurate over stuff that's long range, because the shorter range stuff tends to be more accurate. So everything becomes a melee. And it hurts the AI as well, because the AI has a lot of builds that are medium and long range based, and they don't hit you because they can't hit you. They've got like a 10 or 15% chance to hit you if you've got a bajillion evasion tokens. Redesigning some of the builds to be a little bit less min-maxed and to add targeting computers to them so that they actually hit basic ones, which puts more of them in the loot table for you to capture. I think that's going to push the balance of the game more towards the center, where long range and medium range is as useful as short range. At the moment, the balance is too far in the short range camp. And towards the end here, I built an LRM boat, but the LRM boat was only good once I shoved a billion targeting computers on it, and even then it still didn't have a 95% chance to hit. It had like 80 to 90% chance to hit with what I think was a +7 bonus. Let's just double check that. I don't want to say something ignorant, but I think it was +7. So we have +2 here, and -2 recoil, which I don't know whether that matters at all for LRMs. It shouldn't do, but it could. An improved cooled shot, but a lot of the time I bombarded without that. So there's 2 there, 3 there, and 1 there. So 6. +6. And we were looking at 70 to 90% accuracy on the LRMs. And that's against a target that typically wasn't moving or had 1 or 2 evasion tokens, 3 evasion tokens. Enemies with like 4 or 5 evasion tokens or more, heaven forbid, you're still looking at a 40% chance to hit, 35% chance to hit. So in the early game, it's just impossible to have a good long-range system without it completely relying on another mech to knock the enemy over and get rid of evasion tokens, and basically make the enemy helpless, and then you can bombard it from long range. But that is kind of a bit besides the point. If you're going to be in that position where you have to make the enemy helpless before you can use your long range weapons to destroy it, you might as well just go all short range and just get in there and have the ability to make the enemy helpless and kill them, rather than this weird split. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Big shout out to the Morpheus. He made a lot of the mods that are included in RogueTech. So I just wanted to do a shout out for him, because he's been furiously updating his stuff. And he's also been paying attention to this, so I know you're going to hear this eventually, my friend. You have done fantastic work here. Obviously, special thanks to all the RogueTech people, but the Morpheus is the one who's been chatting away on my YouTube comments, so he's the one I'm going to particularly highlight. And then some of the other guys who comment a lot, like Asmodeus or whatever. I never immolated someone, and I was like, immolate! I said I was going to do that, and I never did it. Doesn't that suck? Right, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what the next campaign will be. I'm sure I'll think of something. I hope you enjoyed this journey. It definitely was fun. It was different. You should definitely play this. It was very enjoyable. There are some balancing concerns there, but hey, it's a mod. I think it's a gem in the rough. And well, I won't see you next time for this campaign, but I'm sure I'll see you in a campaign in the future.